We're good? We're good for takeoff?
Yeah, we're good for takeoff.
Okay, fantastic.
Who wants to start the episode? You or me? Wait, who?
Oh, you haven't started this epispisode yet.
I haven't started like really any episodes, really.
You want to go?
Oh, sure. Hey! Me.
No, not the me.
No one knows about the me. We haven't uploaded
What do you
the
mean?
me.
Wait, we haven't? Where?
No,
we
we
haven't?
cut that out.
We decided on the second trailer to
For
be our
everything.
official trailer, and the third trailer.
fuck.
So me is not a bit. You
Okay,
can't do
well,
it.
you won't
Restart.
No, no. Leave it
For the
in.
intro.
Leave it in. We're leaving it in. If you want to understand that joke,
No,
Face he just made.
if you want to understand
Made
that
a
joke,
face like he made a sex face. He made a face like he's about to fucking go for it. He made a face like he's about to spread cheeks and fucking eat ass.
if you want to understand that joke, join us on Patreon, where we have unedited content, exclusive audio.
Patreon, OnlyFans, Pornhub, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, Spotify,
TikTok.
and Discord.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're working on Pornhub, but all the others work. All the others work. Those are all fine, right? Are we still on?
I
Are we
doubt
on?
Pornhub would be
Yeah.
someone's first choice to find us, but
It should be. It should be your first choice.
You want to see your search
on
history? It
Pornhub.
should be Chucklefux on Pornhub.
You should be listening to Chucklefux podcast at work on Pornhub.
Exclusively on Pornhub. That's right.
Exclusively.
You're starting off
I
great.
think I'm like
You're doing good, man.
I think I'm no. I'm not. So my body is crashing, but my mind, like, I'm at. Welcome to the Chucklefux podcast. This is episode. What are we 6?
6.
This is episode 6. This is probably going to be a very notes heavy episode, just to make sure that we get through all of our notes before we record again, like in our next session, where we're going to have a whole slew of new notes, and we might not ever return to these notes.
So I need to talk to you about the notes that you send consecutively, right, into our podcast note chat on Discord. If you want to join us, you can see that shit too.
Go ahead.
Let me fucking go over your notes.
Okay, you wrote that down. Okay, go
Here
for
it is.
Okay.
All right. In successions, one after the other. Right. I'm so fucking cool. Newfound penis confidence. And then exidential fear.
Existential fears.
Existential fears.
Okay, do you want me to
explain what happened there?
So the three different notes, the three different notes that were happening right there. The I'm so fucking cool. I was having a really, really good day in terms of like mental health. Like I'm not usually like super positive about the things that I do or anything. Like I just do stuff and that's it, right?
do stuff.
I just
that's it.
do. I just do
I'll
stuff.
put that in the dumb fucking thing counter. I just do stuff and that's it.
Yeah, I mean, I just do stuff, and I don't really like take pride in any like the work that I do. Like I don't like. I mean, besides like Chucklefux stuff, because I do take pride in that because I'm proud of like what we're doing.
Yeah.
You know, like that's pretty cool. But in terms of like the day job, I guess if you want to call that the day job, then like I don't like. There's no pride to be really taken care of there, or any real pride to have there. Usually I do just kind of mundane things, but recently I started doing stuff with coding that I haven't done for a very, very long time. And I wouldn't say that I'm necessarily proficient at, but I was asked to start like designing the website and like code and organize the website in a way that makes it more efficient. And so I was, like I said, really good mental health day. And that was one of the days where I was just proud that I was doing.
I mean, you're feeling you're learning something new.
Yeah, well, I mean, it wasn't even that I was learning something new. Of course, I was learning while I was doing it, but I was revisiting old skills that I haven't tapped into for a long, long time, you know? Because I used to, like, do coding stuff, and I was, like, learning coding, at least HTML and CSS, when I was, like, in middle school. And I did that for a couple of years. When I started doing it again, I was like, oh, shit, like, you know, I remember some of this stuff. Oh, I remember I can read this. I understand like the connection between, you know, the CSS and how it's affecting the HTML. And I was like, fuck you. No, just kidding. I was rewriting code to design the page in the way that I wanted it to look like. I just felt really, really good about that, and I was like, I'm fucking cool. I'm fucking awesome. But yeah, it was just one of those moments, right?
Okay. We'll let that one go for the sake of your.
I mean, I don't really care. Like, if you guys want to make fun of it, fuck you guys. Like, I feel pretty fucking cool about it. I still feel really cool about it.
I think it makes more sense now.
Yeah. And it, like I
back
said,
then, it just popped out of nowhere. Like, okay,
oh yeah,
this guy's on his ego
and that's
trip
why,
right now.
like, that's why I put it on there, and I didn't add any context because I figured you guys would be like, you know what, let's shit on this guy.
Okay, that's cool, but how did that lead into penis confidence?
I think that's
So that's a
else.
separate thing, right? I was having a moment where I was like I'm assuming this is normal for most guys, right?
Oh, he's about to out himself.
Have you guys ever measured your own penis?
Yes.
Like in high school.
Ever? Like
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
I've never done that.
Really?
Right? I had never done it. I was just I didn't really care
We'll
for
bleep it
it.
out. How many inches?
Sorry?
We'll bleep it out. How many inches?
Well, the thing is no. Well, because for at least for me, right? Like growing up in an age of easily accessible porn, right?
Oh yeah, fucking disheartening as
definitely.
shit.
Oh yeah, which is like which combines with me not really knowing like how large or small or average I am. I'm not gonna
Right.
like give any context of like whatever, right? Because I just
Why not? For the Patreon.
Look, man, I'm not like I'm
I don't
not.
think that we should out his cock size for.
Look, I'm not gonna say that I'm schlanging, but I'm not schlanging. You know what I mean? Like, so I was having a moment in the morning. I was looking at my dick, fucking hard as shit, and I was like, I've never measured myself. I wonder how big I am, you know? And so you guys are never gonna want to touch my phone after this, but I took my phone because I didn't have measuring tape, so I just took my phone and put it next to it, and I was like, okay. And then I looked up the size of like the iPhone, and I was like, okay, you know, because like I thought
Did you look up the dimension of the iPhone, or you just look up the screen size of the iPhone?
the screen size. I looked at the screen size.
I don't want to burst your newfound penis confidence,
Right.
but screen size is diagonal.
Well, yeah, that's what I saw. Right.
Okay,
And so I
cool.
looked up like the
Cool.
like the dimensions of all that
Cool.
stuff.
I just
right?
don't want you to look at your penis as a straight thing compared to your phone, and you go,
Right.
my screen size is 7.5 inches, and you're like,
no.
yeah, you know.
Well, that's the thing. Then I compared my dick to the phone size diagonally. So I took it. Yeah. So like I was just like taking my dick and I was taking my phone and slapping my dick all over it. You know, and just like comparing the size. So I didn't want to take any of our tape
was this a
measure.
work day or?
I don't remember.
Well, it would be funny if it's like really early in the morning, right before work. It's like, whoa, just like slapping his dick against
I don't
his
know.
phone.
It might have
I
been.
think it would have been funny any day,
Well, it might
regardless
have
of if he
been-
went to work or not. Yeah.
I remember just like taking my phone and just like slapping my dick all over it and like using that as a frame of reference. And I was like, damn, I'm not like a 2 or 3 incher, dog. Like I'm not tiny, you know? So like
People's penis is really small sometimes, man. Like the micro penis. Have you seen like those?
right. And I like, and
Like
the thing
those
is-
are like kind of sad to see.
okay, taking the course of my entire life, right? My like just going into like my weight. Like I used to be super, super skinny, and then taking me now, of course, like relative to how skinny I was, I'm huge, right? But I'm
yeah.
not huge in the grand scheme of things, you know? I'm not
Right.
like obese, I'm just
Right.
heavy set.
Yeah,
right?
he's a
I'm a little
bigger- he's a
chubby,
bigger
you know,
lad.
I'm not fat, you know.
Yeah.
I can still walk, you know, I don't need help.
Might have a dad bod, but you know,
Yeah.
all dudes have dad bods.
Yeah, like most dudes have dad bods
Yeah.
at this point. And we're back. So yeah, so to keep going
You
with
don't
the
have to say "and we're back." Like, I will cut it, and then you won't notice the cut. Every
Okay,
time you say
okay.
"and I'm back," then the cut is noticeable.
Hey, shut the fuck up.
Wait, cut this out too.
And we're-
Jesus Christ!
no.
Shit.
So, but yeah, like in the grand scheme of like all that, I think like it's. I say that, but when I look at myself in the mirror, I feel like I'm fucking ugly. I'm fucking huge. Like, and this is like I said, comparison to how I used to be, right?
That's fair.
So
it's a self-confidence.
it's a
issue.
it's a self-conscious thing 100%, and it's something that like one of the things that I need to work on 100%.
No, yeah. I
but
get
if
that too.
yeah, and especially in like I said, the age of growing up with very easily accessible porn, it's very easy to look at my own dick and be like, man, I'm fucking tiny, dog.
This is about size. It's not about like the particular shape or the shaft. So it's not.
Oh no, honestly, I like
stuff.
my
fuck.
like my the shape of my penis. I think I have a pretty cock. You know, I like it's not like you know what's the word it's not slanted. It's not like
slanted.
Yeah, it's not slanted. It's not going up. It's just a straight it's a straight dude. You know.
As a cock bro with the circumcised cock, I feel like that circumcised cocks look better than uncircumcised cocks.
Yeah, uncircumcised cocks are kind of
Fuck
weird.
you, Jaden.
Yeah, get the fuck out of here. No, I'm just kidding. But I mean, yeah, I don't know. Uncircumcised dicks are kind of
Hey,
weird.
listen. You were measuring your cock in the bathroom. We're talking about cocks. I figured
I wasn't in my. I was in my room. I was in my.
in your room doing this.
Yeah, it was
You
during.
woke up in the morning with morning.
I
wood, like,
woke
look,
up-
my cock and rub it all over my phone.
Yeah, I woke up in the morning and I was like, man, I have such a fucking hard on right now.
I get those ways.
This would be a good moment to measure my cock if I was ever going to measure my cock. And I was like, I've never done that, so I guess this would be the perfect moment to do
I
it.
don't know why, but suddenly with that added fact, the whole situation became much less respectable for some reason.
What? Me
I
in
don't
the
know.
bathroom? Why would me be in the bathroom be different? I don't really see the difference there.
I think because if you were in the bathroom, then your cock being out is completely reasonable. But if you were in your room, then you have to physically be like, I'm going to do this, and then whip out your cock and then do it. I'm going to be 100% honest with you.
You never want to sit on my bed again.
No. Well,
Oh, okay. Well.
I assumed that you were doing all this in the bathroom, and I saw that as like a perfect way to segue. But also, I was kind of be like, this is too much detail. I don't want to know about how like you wake up in the morning, how you're set. Well, I do want to know about your newfound fucking penis confidence.
It sounds like
but-
it's just the one time though.
What? The what? One time me measuring my dick?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm
Cut
not.
this out. Cut this out.
not-
Cut this out.
I'm
We're
not,
falling
like-
apart again. Cut this out.
Yeah, I'm not. Well, the thing is that I'm not.
No.
I'm not like consistently like doing it.
You
Like
make it sound like he does it every day.
yeah, like why would
Like
I
every morning
measure
he's like,
my
"Oh,
dick
morning
soft?
wood."
Like I don't care how small my dick is soft. Like
Yeah, it
what
doesn't
matters is
matter.
when I'm hard. You know, that's where the real performance comes in. You know.
Fantastic.
You're not gonna use a hose that's not on.
What?
I'm gonna let that analogy go. I'm gonna let that go.
Okay, you have to leave that whole thing in so that makes as less like the least amount of sense that it did right there. You have to leave all of that in.
Oh my god.
Holy shit. Okay, then what was the other note that you wanted me to describe?
Your existential fear.
Oh,
your accidental
that was
fear.
just so I was having a moment. I told you I mentioned this in the podcast in like a couple episodes ago where I had a little quote unquote like epiphany where I realized we don't have to be stupid.
Yeah.
Like we could actually have like deeper like conversation. And one of the first things that popped into my head, because I feel like I can come up with like relatively deep conversation just on a whim.
Yeah.
Right. And just one of the first things that I thought of, I was like, I should just write this down just in case I forget.
Right.
Right. Was existential fears. Right.
I see.
Where so like I'll go first. Right. And starting the conversation with you guys. Where my existential fear is like not like having a legacy or not like making any kind of change, difference, or have any meaning in the grand scheme of the world, right?
Right.
Like my thing is like ever since, even though when I was in high school, in terms of like, oh, I want to be a teacher kind of thing, because I used to want to do that. Not that I don't anymore, but I'm just trying to like figure other things out. I'm just experimenting with life, including this podcast.
Right.
In terms of the world, I don't really care about the grand scheme of the whole world, but it's mainly my someone's perception of the world. That's a world that changes, right?
Right.
So if I could like have some kind of a positive effect on the way that somebody sees the world, that's their world that's changed, right? And
Yeah.
that's the kind of legacy that I want to leave. You know?
It's less so changing the world. It's more so like changing people, right?
I don't want to necessarily change people, but I just want to give them something good that they can be like, you know what, I can attribute this to this guy
maybe
and remember
change is a
this.
strong word,
It's
but
a
in
strong
some way
word, yeah.
inspire people.
I think
it
that's
could be
better,
like
yeah.
a small or big, but an inspiration is inspiration, right?
Yeah, I think that's
And
where I'm going with.
yeah,
in terms of, like, I
hoping
wanna-
that you give people a good inspiration.
Right.
I
And
think
this-
that's like the
and
root of it.
just to like plug this in and
Yeah.
just to like solidify it somewhere, so then maybe I'll like get off my ass and actually do this. Where this comes to like in the future, I would like to start streaming and doing YouTube, right?
Yeah.
And one of my things right now is, you know, I studied music for a long time, right? Not anywhere near professional or like nowhere near an expert of music.
Yeah.
But I would like it. I do think that music is a really good way to express yourself or be an outlet, right?
Yeah.
For just whatever, right? If you're sad, if you're angry, if like whatever it is, even if you're happy, like it's just a way to, you know, put your feelings out there in a way that's, you know, it doesn't have to be spoken, or it doesn't have to be like articulated in a way to give out to the world kind of thing. You can
Right.
always just make and perform and practice music for yourself kind
Right.
of thing. And so I would like to, I'm sure that there are other people that do this, but I would like to start practicing on a public platform, right? So then people could see the mistakes that I make. So then people feel more comfortable with making mistakes on their own, right? Because if I
Yeah.
could do it in front of an audience, then maybe it'll inspire someone to do it in the confines of their own room.
I feel like this is actually getting pretty similar to some of the stuff that we are planning, or some of the stuff that we think is core value for this podcast as well.
I mean, it's kind of the inspiration for this podcast in a way.
Yeah,
you know,
honestly,
at least
it's,
like it's like a kind of a sub thing, but it's there still.
yeah, I mean the core of that value that you just shared, right, is basically sharing a perspective of, oh hey, this is not a polished product. Like,
Right.
This is not us performing at the absolute best. It is
Right.
us trying our best to perform at the level that we are now.
Yeah.
But there's a very raw like element of, hey, this is incomplete. This is growth. You know.
Yeah.
Like, and sharing that perspective with people, I think it's a fairly noble and important thing.
Yeah.
Because so much of like stuff online, especially, it's like, oh, this is a product, it's packaged, shipped perfectly, and it's out. You know?
Yeah, it's like perfected and like molded to be something that like really isn't, you know. And I really hope that as we do this podcast and as we get better, like we've mentioned before in a couple episodes ago, we are getting better at conversation and just like getting better at having conversations with each other.
Yeah.
Whether in the way that we speak and the way that we conversate with each other. I don't know if that like made any kind of sense, but hopefully we get better at that, and then hopefully that translates as people keep listening, and when they first hear us, like the quality of the audio, you know what I mean? The first test episode was, you know,
Us
that's
getting
rough.
better equipment,
Better equipment,
editing,
100%.
better at conversation with content, and then like to push that even further, I hope that spirit of experimentation and also like always trying new things and learning like new techniques and implementing it into the creative process will continue even as we grow. Maybe in the far future, when we are like basically perfected the basics of podcasting with starting conversation, with like editing, with like the stuff we put out, it becomes like a regular thing for us. We are still trying new things, experimenting with maybe new forms of content, maybe supplemental contents, like always having new ideas and always trying different formats, different ways to promote ourselves, different way to push ourselves to create more. And I hope that spirit of, we don't know what the fuck we're doing, but we're kind of going for it, will always carry, you know?
And like in reference to you saying like supplemental content, like we haven't mentioned any of it in the podcast, but we have a lot of ideas and things that we would like to do, you know, with like, it goes outside of the podcast and almost goes with like the brand in a way.
Yeah.
You know, because it's like what it really, like we've mentioned before, we are just a podcast of a couple dudes. We just talk, and we just want that to translate into it being so casual in a world of, you know, saturation, you know, that like it's not it's not a bad thing to come into like an industry or come into a piece
like
of media.
rough and raw. Because
Yeah.
we can make that imperfection
Yeah.
like our appeal, because we can use that as like, hey, yes, we're rough, yes, we're new, but you can see us improve and you can see the process of us trying to like, make it better.
Yeah, and I don't think we ever really like, at least for me, I don't really plan on being like the number one podcast really anywhere. Of course, if we get there,
In Nigeria.
that me like look,
On
look,
Pornhub.
look, if we become the number one podcast in any African country or any Asian country
We
that
say
doesn't
we make it. We made
yeah,
it.
well, we've made,
made
it.
it,
You know what I
yeah.
mean? But like, I don't think, at least for me, I don't really care about becoming the best podcast anywhere.
Yeah.
I'm totally like content with not being like mediocre, but just being ourselves in a podcast. As if we
100%.
keep our integrity and having raw conversation and having genuinely good moments, like we mentioned a couple episodes ago, at least for me, where I just genuinely enjoyed listening to the podcast. right?
Yeah.
Where it just felt like, just a couple of dudes just hanging out, chilling, making fun of each other.
Sometimes funny, sometimes serious. It is what it
Sometimes
is.
funny,
we
sometimes
chuckle,
serious.
Sometimes it fucks.
Yeah, sometimes we chuckle, sometimes we fuck.
That
And
was in the
sometimes-
last episode.
Was that in the last
Yes.
one?
Oh yeah,
Well,
it
I'm
was
bringing
in
it
the
back
last-
because it's fucking funny.
Hell yeah. And then sometimes we're just really not funny. You know what I mean?
It is
and
what it
like,
is.
and that's just that's conversation. That's life. Sometimes we're really fucking funny. Sometimes we're really fucking serious, and sometimes we're really none of those things. There's something really raw, intimate, and enjoyable
Yes.
about that.
Yes.
And like I said, as we get better at conversation, that just gets better and better and better, and hopefully more
Yeah.
enjoyable for the people that are listening.
Yes.
I think in short, to summarize everything, is that time
should
makes
listen to us.
progress.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
we're just glad to share everyone the journey that we're going through right now.
Yeah, that's
Especially with all the hardships that's going on with us right now.
Yeah, it's a good time.
Yeah,
It's a
I
good
mean,
time.
we're not necessarily in the most glamorous part of our lives. We're in the
Yeah,
20s.
not
We're
at all.
broke as fuck. We
We're in
don't
our
have
early 20s.
anything.
We're trying to make it like me, make ends meet. We're trying to make things work,
And we're just trying to show that anyone can do this. for the
Yeah,
most part.
100%. Like we didn't start like with the best equipment. Of course, there are people who start with worse equipment, but we
Right.
started with what we had.
Yeah.
And that was, and honestly,
Hey, man,
like that's the thing.
what counts, right? Starting
Yeah.
with what you have and then just trying to make something out of what you have at the moment.
Like it's not
That's
even,
just what it
I'm
is.
not even just that, just starting. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Just doing something. Like we were about to start recording with our phones. You know what I mean?
We were about to start recording our
we were about to
phone.
start
God.
recording with our
You're right.
phones. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like we were about to do that.
I think the audio would have been better than what we had originally.
and
That's true.
And it was just a learning experience. You
Yeah.
know what I mean?
I mean,
and
this
that
whole thing is going to be a learning experience.
100%. And as like we're gonna run into so many more issues as this podcast either grows or as we just get more experience with the podcast, and things are just gonna come up, and we're gonna have to figure them out and deal with them, together. And I would like to at least be very transparent with like the things
Yeah.
that we deal with.
Hey, can I be a little bit more gay and then just talk about some
God,
stuff real quick?
fucking damn it! No, just kidding.
I was expecting a hard segue right now.
I also was expecting a hard segue.
No, I'm not going to do that to us yet.
Okay,
We're-
okay.
We're at a good part of the conversation. I'm not trying to lead us away at any time soon.
Okay, go
But
for it.
I, just as a personal thing,
He's gonna fucking cry. No, I'm just kidding.
I don't think any of
You
us
cry?
like really has achieved anything that we're proud of per se. Like we have stuff that we know that we do, and we probably know that we do well, but we haven't made anything that we ourselves are like, yes, I am proud of this. This is my career. Like maybe some people are proud of, being a nurse, and they're proud of them establishing relationship and then helping people. Like we don't have that yet. We're very fresh into
The world.
our adult life.
We're little babies.
We're little babies. We don't have anything. We haven't built anything. And if I'm completely being honest, like we haven't achieved much, right?
Yeah.
But I'm really hoping that no matter how successful or unsuccessful this podcast becomes, right? The fact that we are doing this thing together and we're hopefully going to continue to pursue this thing.
This is the last episode. I'm just kidding.
I quit. I can't handle being a Chucklefux member anymore.
Yeah, no, I can't fucking do this.
Not with this shit going on.
I can't
Get
do
the
this.
fuck out of here.
This is a bit
I
too
can't-
serious for me.
I really can't keep looking at Josh's asshole. Like when I'm talking, trying to have a good converation.
There's
I really
too many
just.
Cheetos in
I
there.
just-
I'm getting
sure
too
it's
good
like
at
red
aiming
as
at
hell
that
right
thing.
now with all that flaming Cheetos you're throwing.
Okay, but go on.
But no, I hope that through us doing this podcast, regardless of how successful it is, we can make this something that we're proud of, that we are producing and making. And hopefully that part of making something and being proud of it can carry through to maybe other parts of our life. Maybe this doesn't necessarily become the thing that like pays our bills.
Yeah.
But like that spirit of, hey, I have made something that I'm proud of. I know I'm capable of doing that can carry over to other aspects of our lives. And we can have the confidence to know, hey, like we can do things because we've been making this podcast continuously and we're putting our all into it. Like it's possible. And then that could push us to do other things as well outside of the podcast.
Just to throw something in, like I don't know if we're getting any like listens right now, but I'm already pretty fucking proud of our shit. You know what I mean? like, I'm sure that we haven't gotten any listens by this
We are
point.
truly our own fans.
Yeah, we are. I think we're our only fans right now. Only fans.
All right.
We're
all
fucking
that,
each
all
other.
that pride just went out the window immediately after that joke. Holy shit.
But I mean, like, yeah, like I don't. We only have like one follower on Chucklefux.
Do we have one
We have
follower?
one follower, and it was like this random guy that like I like commented on a random post. And
You think he follow us or you think he listened to the podcast?
I don't know.
And then
Or do you
follow
think it's
us?
a bot?
It might be a bot. I don't know. I don't really care.
knows? First follower,
I don't really
yay!
care. I mean, I don't really care. It's our first follower. You
That's
know what I mean?
hilarious.
That's cool. I don't. Really, I mean, if he's
pretty
listening
cool.
to the podcast and if he's not, like, go for it. Hold on.
Yeah.
Can I shout this guy out? Hold on.
Just shout out this potential bot.
Yeah,
if you're
shout out
not a
this
bot,
potential-
we're sorry.
If you're a bot, fucking kill yourself. If you're not a bot, if you're not a bot, keep going, man.
If you're a bot, delete your own code. Get the fuck out of here.
BRB, I'm gonna piss.
Go for it.
Yeah, go piss, man.
I mean, I might be. I don't know if this is a bot. I mean, it's Comedy Corner _ spelled with K's. I don't know.
I'll
but
take that as a win.
I'll take that as a win too. I'll take that as a win too. Feel free to go
Fantastic.
follow them. I guess. I don't know. Do what the fuck you want. If you're not a
Also,
bot,
our
if you're
shout
actual
is
dude.
worth jack shit.
Oh yeah. Absolutely. Like what's the follower gonna do? Follow himself? Like what the fuck? You know. He ain't gonna do shit.
Our show is only to that one person who's already following.
He might not even know that we're an actual podcast. He might have just been trying to like follow us just for us to like follow him on.
I'll follow him back.
yeah, I'll follow him back or
that's
something.
hella
I don't
funny.
fucking know, dog.
That's hella fucking
Oh,
funny.
yeah.
Oh
So,
my God.
yeah, good fucking time. Do we have other notes?
I have other notes. I plan to fucking do less chuckling, do less fucking and do more chuckling.
Okay.
I was gonna fucking steer us back towards the bathroom to, you know,
God damn
topics
it.
that we're
God
very
fucking
familiar
damn it.
and known with.
Hydrated ass boy. That was clear as hell.
Nice. Very good.
That
Nice.
was like drinking water clear.
What's
Well,
not
we
clear?
didn't talk about your like. I shared my existential fear. We totally like.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Like, if you guys want to share your existential fears, then go for it. If you don't, then fucking
Do you want to share your
Suck my
existential
ass.
fear?
I can't think of any right now.
God fucking damn it, you suck.
I'm kind of I carry a very nihilistic point of view in life. So it's like sometimes it's very lonely and nothing seems to really matter because like at the grand scheme of things, nihilism is that nothing really matters. Nothing has like meaning,
they're all fireworks.
Yeah, holy shit.
like ever matters, right? We're nearing 4th of July, by the way.
Yeah,
America,
Still.
yeah.
yeah. Still, yeah. By the time
yeah,
you listen to this,
so-
this is not going to be 4th of July anymore.
Absolutely.
It's going to be like an yeah.
It's gonna be in August.
Go ahead.
But yeah, I mean, I don't really have particular existential fear.
Existential.
Existential.
I can't do it.
Accidental
I can't
fears.
do it.
Fears.
Yeah. Nope, I'm not
If
talking
you're
about
if you're
this
gonna if
anymore.
you're
I'm
gonna
cutting
put this if you're gonna put this in the notes or the description, you have to put accidental fears.
I'm gonna put accidental fear. I'll do it. I'll do it.
Very good. Oh,
Yeah.
that's great. I love
But
that.
no, I don't have any obvious one. Just
Okay.
because my real point in like the whole
Life.
thing is that it doesn't really fucking matter.
Fair
you
enough.
make a difference. You make a difference.
Yeah.
You don't make a difference. You end up
don't.
in a coffin anyways. it is what it is.
Fair enough.
So yeah.
Okay. Any non-existential fears? Are you scared of spiders or something? Or
I'm scared of what I found in the backyard of my parents' place.
is that your segue?
That's my segue. Is
That
it
was
hard?
great.
Okay.
Is it a hard segue?
No, it wasn't hard at all.
Yeah,
That's
I
pretty
did
good.
it. Regular
pretty good.
segues.
Well, you ruined it by saying that it was the second.
Fuck, it's a hard segue now.
I didn't want to burst his bubble like that, but you were really close.
You got there. Man.
We'll get him next time, boys.
He'll get there. He'll become a white dude eventually.
All white dudes are equipped with the podcasting skill.
Oh yeah.
Okay. As many topics that we talked about my parents before, right? My parents is a constant source of weird and strange shit in my life that I very much like to share with everyone.
I thought you were gonna say content.
Yeah, content too. I'm making content out of my
technically,
parents. Yeah. Last time, for sure. I don't know if we talked about anything else, but we talked about their bathroom and their remodeling choices and all that. I found something much more terrifying than that when I went home. Not even for any sort of meal. I was just going home and drop off some stuff and say hi real quick. We don't have a dryer, as we don't have our dryer here, right? And we hang stuff out in the backyard to dry. And what I found that day hanging out in the backyard to dry is a towel that is very thin and is very large. So it's basically the size of a bed sheet, right? And that towel happens to have a really large and centered brown cutter stain on it.
So you're saying
Well, okay. First of all, at that point in time, I stopped, and there are lots of things I'm saying to myself at that moment, right? Unfortunately, after like that whole 5-second pause that you did last episode, I did that in the backyard, and my solution landed at, oh my fucking god, that's a sex towel. That's one of those towels that you put underneath when you're having sex so you don't fucking have love juice all over your bed and just slosh around at it that night. You know?
Well, you said it's brown?
yeah.
Right. So I was like, oh my god, my parents are fucking shitting themselves in sex. They're going through a shit phase. Uh-oh, they're having much more interesting lives that I potentially don't want to be a part of or know about, but now I know about it, right? So I was like, oh my fucking god, my parents are doing fucking shit stuff in bed. Holy
if you
shit.
did that, or like they're doing anal and one of them shat themselves.
Neither one is good. I don't know which one's worse. Honestly, do you guys want to see a picture? I have a picture of this.
I don't want to see.
I don't know
this.
if we want to show that
No,
anywhere.
I feel like that we've like shown so much of your parents that we're like practically doxing them at this point.
Well,
I mean,
luckily for you,
Yeah.
Have you seen that guy that like gets like hints in the background? He's like, I found your house.
Oh yeah.
Have that guy in those too. Oh, that's a pretty brown stain, man.
What the fuck? That's
Holy
a huge brown stain.
That looks like someone burned it. That doesn't look like a shit stain.
That picture is what the no. That's a what the fuck is that?
That does not look like a shit stain. That looks like something burned on it.
Yeah, it looks like something burned on it. What the fuck?
you guys are arriving at the same conclusion that I arrived at after staring at the thing for 5 minutes without moving in the
It
backyard.
took you 5 minutes to figure that out.
Oh, well, okay, you have to understand. I was going down a mental spiral, right? I was like, "Holy fucking shit!"
Oh, hold on. This kind of just there's no way that you could think that this is like a sex towel
No,
because
yeah,
it's
that's
one. It's like so
It's
fucking brown.
Really, yeah.
It's like black. It's like
It's also really thin. Like
I fully
that would
consent.
not
the thin. I
off the
mean,
bed at all.
Consent. That was not a well thought out logical leap.
yeah.
I was just really having a moment.
If this
there.
was a sex towel, it would be like a period sex towel. You know what I mean?
yeah,
Which would make sense, but this is way too dark to be
Yeah.
that. You know what I mean?
right, which is great news for me.
Yeah,
after
it's
I
great
realized
news.
that.
Congrats.
I was like,
Perfect.
that is fantastic stuff, right? So
Hold on. You're not at the mics. Okay, go ahead.
So after realizing that fact, same conclusion you guys drawn, just took me a little bit longer because I was having a moment.
yeah,
right?
first class for us, and then 5 minutes for you.
It's like,
yeah,
what?
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, they're not your parents, but I got brave enough to ask. I was like, "Hey, what the fuck is that? Right? What the fuck is happening?" Turns out I wasn't smoking. They were burning some sort of quote unquote herbal incense, and they're putting that wet towel over it so the smoke doesn't like fill the house completely.
That's fair.
So they're dampening it. I smell that motherfucker, and that motherfucker smelled dangerously close to weed. So I don't know what the fuck they're doing, but
They're
in my
hotboxing,
mind,
man.
I think they're fucking getting high off their mind over there with like a fucking brown ass stain on their weed gun. Like
Okay.
their weed like furnace basically in their house.
Gun?
That's what's happening.
What?
They're hotboxing,
gun?
man.
Not weekend, sorry. Fucking weed furnace over there in the middle of the in the middle of the fucking living room. But yeah, I don't know if that's a satisfying answer to this fucking thing or not. I just think that, you know,
Full stop. Hold on.
Weed gun.
When did you smell it? Before or after you asked? I'm really hoping it was before. When did you smell it?
I smelled it after.
Oh, God damn.
Yeah.
I didn't think about that. I didn't think about it if he smoked
Okay,
it or
so
smelled it
then,
before.
so the after isn't as funny as
Yeah.
the before.
I know. I really wish it was before now.
But why did you go back? Why did you go to smell it? To like to
I think just to investigate.
just to make sure that like that's what they were doing.
Okay.
What if
so-
what would you do if you found out if they told you like what they told you, right? It's like, oh, the dump and you went back, you smelled it, and it smelled like absolute dog shit.
I think that would have been better than it smelling like weed, because at least then I would believe that's actually herbal medicine, because herbal medicine usually smells like shit, especially the one you burn.
That's
I
fair.
guess,
That's
yeah.
fair. Okay, I'll give you that.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just worried, man. I'm just
Man,
worried.
You're
for
worried
them.
about
Boys are
that?
just having a fun time.
I mean, at this point, like how old are they? 50?
Yeah, 50. 50
that's
something.
fine.
You know, what are they gonna do? You know what I mean?
Fair is fair.
They're just
Fair is fair.
vibing. You know what I mean?
Fair
They
is
don't
fair.
really have any like actual like
You know what?
I don't know.
Next time I come back and I catch him doing that shit, I'll give it a good whiff and see where I go.
I think okay. At the end of my life, right? Of course, like 50 is young for this, but I think like if I ever were to make it to like my 70s or 80s, I would just start doing hard drugs. Just to see.
Lessen your lifespan that fast.
What am I going to do in my 70s and 80s? You know what I
guess,
mean?
yeah.
Who knows if I'm going to still be walking, you know? Like if I'm not walking anymore or if I'm not like doing anything, like what's the point? You know what I mean?
I guess, yeah.
Like if I'm going to die in the next like 10 years, like I might as well get that experience. Or like if I'm like bedridden, like I'm just going to start like, you know, injecting myself with heroin just to see, just like, what's that like? You know what I mean? Because if I'm going to die anyways, at least I'm going to die with the experience of doing heroin. You know what I mean?
That's fair.
Yeah.
You're gonna have like 5 lines of cocaine for you in your
Yeah, dog.
bedside.
Yeah.
Like, this is for 2 p.m., 6 p.m.
2 p.m., 6 p.m., midnight snack. I would love to try like shrooms or something, you know? That'd be crazy.
I had an ex-coworker that was like, you want to try out shrooms? And then he got fired before I could
Bruh. Why'd he get fired?
Hey, maybe
because he
with,
sucked ass at the job.
Oh, that's fair.
maybe with enough hard drugs, right? By shortening your life, you actually like lengthen your life, because you just spend fucking
You
2
know?
years in
I
like
mean-
2 minutes, you know?
Yeah, you know? I don't know. Really looking at keeping her alive.
He
you know?
starts at like 90 and he does 30 years of hard drugs.
Look, if I'm 90, like honestly, there's no way you're stopping me from
It's like
fucking
all
like,
shriveled up. And
like what am I like? Yeah, I'm gonna give me
Well,
some heroin,
honestly,
you know?
who knows what we'll look like at 90, because our technology's getting better nowadays.
The thing,
honestly.
like, here's the thing, right? If I am like up and about and moving, and I'm grooving, right? Sure, I won't do anything. But the moment that I'm bedridden, they're like, you're probably never.
All
gonna,
right, that's
like,
a drug time.
yeah, I'll be like, yeah, fucking all right. Like my IV's right there. Shoot some heroin in there. Like, see what happens. You know?
Son,
Yeah.
get your Grandpappy some cocaine.
Get your grandpappy some DMT. You know, like
Grandpappy wants to
Where's
go
my
to
line?
different dimension. That's how
yeah,
it's
dog.
fucking
Like,
funny.
I'm 90. I'm gonna fucking die. You know what I mean? Like I said, if I'm 90 and I'm still fucking grooving, running around, not actually running around, I'll probably be like fast walking, like a, I don't know. I dropped the ball right there, but you know,
You really did. You really did. Would you like to pick it up, or do you have another thing that you want to talk about? Would you like me to pick it up?
yeah, you could pick it up. I just
Fantastic.
Just 90. I'm gonna fucking start doing drugs. You
Do
know,
you have anything?
No.
All right. I want.
even if I was
Segue.
bedridden tomorrow and they told me I was gonna die, I would just do it. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah,
I would,
fuck it. Do
nah,
it.
I wouldn't do it.
Pussy.
Well, like bedridden is in like it's like guaranteed that I'm gonna die.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Yeah. Fuck them.
make a wish.
Drugs.
Make a wish, yo. I want some drugs.
I want some of that hard shit.
give me all the hard stuff.
Give me 10 pounds of cocaine. See if I can stand back up again.
Watch this.
Stands back up.
You go to like that what in that jungle in like South
What?
America where they do ayahuasca.
Hi, what?
What's that drug called?
What?
Ayahuasca?
I'm sorry. I know you're expecting
Hookah?
help. I don't know
No,
anything.
not hookah. It's like a really hard drug that makes you like hallucinate really badly. But and
I
then like,
don't know.
there's this tribe that like has a whole ritual for it.
Hey,
Oh, I
should,
think I know what you're talking about.
you
Yeah,
should
yeah.
I
Pull 'em.
forgot what it's called.
you
I
should
don't
pull
know
a
this.
midsummer and take some shrooms in the middle.
Absolutely fucking not. Look, here's the thing. Like I say that I would like to try certain drugs, but I really don't think that when it comes down to it, I would ever actually take some hard drugs while I'm like fully abled.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Because like
It
like
would
if
fuck
I
with
can
your mental.
because at least if I'm
If you
bedridden
gotta-
and I can't fucking walk,
Bro.
I'm not going anywhere.
Bro, especially because you're kind of an anxious person. If you have a
Oh.
bad high,
Oh
you
yeah.
are
Honestly, I'm
fucked.
lucky that I've never had like a bad weed high.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, I've gotten like no, actually no, I don't know. I've never thrown up from being like too high. I've never
You almost
rained
did.
out.
I think we're also lucky because we exist at a time
That's
where,
true, yeah, I
where
did. I
weed
almost
is
did.
like experimented with enough that the strains of weed they're coming with now is pretty stable and not
Yeah.
fucking people up, you know?
Yeah, and they
'Cause
don't
if
have,
we
like,
fucking
random
did weed
shit
in
in
the
it, yeah.
90s when it was
Oh,
illegal,
yeah.
we would probably get shit on.
What am I gonna do? Oh, hold on. I'm about to sneeze.
Bro, you suck.
He just did another pause for 5 seconds, and this time he's not even thinking about stuff.
So to pick up, the three of us went to a party.
Yeah, so we went to this party thinking that it was gonna be like of other people that are of age drinking.
Yeah.
And so like we fucking like pre-gamed the fuck out of ourselves, right? So we made like this mix of like was it Sunny D or like orange juice or something like that?
Sunny D.
It was Sunny D, like 2 bottles of like electrolytes, right?
Vodka.
And
Lots
vodka.
of vodka.
Yeah, it was like
Svedka.
almost I think it was like an entire bottle of Svedka.
Yeah.
I think the only
Yeah.
thing that we like couldn't put in there was like an extra bottle of electrolytes that we had, right?
And also a couple extra bottles of shots that we took too.
We did, we bought like one of those like little bottles,
Yeah.
like the little
Yeah.
bottle shots.
They did. I didn't.
Yeah. I
yeah.
had like a sake one. I think it was like a really cool little bottle.
Yeah, it
I don't
was
think I
good.
still have it anymore. I wanted to keep it. I don't remember what happened to it. Anyways, we had those shots, like little shots, and we had that bot. Oh, and we also had like our the small little cans of stuff.
Yep.
We had, I think it was like White Claws and like
Yeah.
Twisted Teas, things
Yeah.
like that.
Mike's hard.
Mike's Hard.
And then when we went to the party,
That's
they
when
had
we
jungle
drank.
juice too.
We also
So
had.
We also had.
Man.
We did a lot.
We drank
that night.
a
we
lot.
fucked ourselves up.
And not to mention, you guys also took a few hits off of your wheat pen.
I think I had
at the same
edibles.
time.
I think I had edibles, and I think I also had hits.
we had
Edibles.
edibles beforehand.
Weed
before all
pen.
that.
Weed
And then
pen.
we picked up all of that.
Oh,
we picked up all the
man.
alcohol.
Yeah.
And then at the party, we drank, and then you guys also took hits off the weed pen.
Yeah, we took
Yeah.
hits of the pen. Not also to forget that at the party there was a blunt being passed around.
It was a roach at that point.
We also
Yeah.
fucked the shit out of that thing.
I didn't.
I don't
passed
think I
out.
did.
Oh, I guess.
Oh,
I was
you
the
know what?
only
No,
one.
I think I took a
think you
couple of
did too.
hits. I think I took a couple
I think
of
you
hits of
did
that
too.
thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, we got
So yeah, we got fucked.
we got absolutely fucking obliterated that night. I think that's the most fucked up I've ever been. But I was
shit, for
fully expecting to be that fucked up.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm probably going to black out, but I didn't black out.
Yeah, we did black
I mean,
out.
I passed out. You know,
I felt like I was in another fucking dimension for like half an hour. I was dying. I was
you
like,
threw up on our carpet.
I did. I
You were the
shat
only
on
one
the
that threw
carpet.
up.
Oh my god, dude.
That was hella funny. And then I threw up in the Rice Krispies box.
Oh yeah, you
Yeah.
threw
You
up in the Rice
emptied it
Krispies.
out.
Yeah. I saw. Like, I was like, I'm gonna throw up. I took the Rice Krispies box. I emptied it out, and I fucking threw up in the box.
A
So,
lot of things got wrecked that night.
oh yeah,
A
we were
lot
definitely the
of
ones
things
that got the most wrecked, though.
man.
Yeah.
Good stuff. Good stuff.
How did we get there?
I have
We took an
no
Uber.
idea.
No. How do we get to this conversation?
Oh,
Well, how do we get there? We did take an Uber, and like one of our friends drove us back. So like
Yeah.
none of us drove or anything.
None of us drove.
We were fully expecting to get absolutely obliterated, and we
shattered
took
on.
most precautions to make sure that we got home safe.
Yep. How did we get here?
did-
No idea.
You being bedridden and taking hard drugs.
Oh yeah, that's how we got here.
Right, but what was the thing that we?
What was the exact bridge from that conversation to
You
this?
about
no
to
idea.
throw up from weed, but you
Right,
never did
yes, that's what it was.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
that. And then like the only time you'd thrown up.
Hey,
Yeah,
good,
I think
good
that's
job
the
bringing us
closest.
back.
Yeah, I think. Yeah,
we
yeah,
went
yeah.
so far off track that we don't even know where we came from.
100%. Yeah, I think that's the closest I could say that I could attribute vomiting to being high.
Yeah, that's fair. Hey, can I talk about another shared experience that all three of us have, including Bert? Actually, all four of us have recently. Very recently.
What are you thinking? What are you talking about?
Pizza.
Oh yeah.
Remember when we went to
Oh,
that pizza
God
place
damn it.
together?
Yeah.
Right? How did your bowel feel after that?
My what?
Your bowel.
He's part of us.
I
I,
think you said
asked him.
brow.
I asked him earlier. He's,
Oh, yeah?
He's one of us.
He's one of
Yeah,
us?
yeah.
Okay.
Well, I
That's-
mean, like, to be honest, like, one of us is like, you guys are one of me, because I usually have those kinds of shits anyways after having
That's fair. I'll
junk
give you
food.
that.
You know?
I'll give you that.
Yeah.
God, damn, they are going.
They're like right across the street from us, too.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, they're going ham. It's not 4th of July, by the way.
It's not yet.
Yeah, not yet.
Yeah, so back to that other night where we had the pizza, right?
Okay.
Pizza was honestly really good. It was a
Really,
good time.
we had a lot
It's a
of
pretty
good
decent
things.
pizza, yeah.
We had a lot of
We had-
good things that night.
Good
Yeah.
pizza, good hard booch.
yeah,
we had some hard booch.
And
We
we
also
had
had
really good seltzer.
that really good.
was
What is
a-
it? What is it called? Spire, something like that. What-
Press.
Press. There you go.
Yes, that was it.
It had an S in it.
Yeah, press is a pretty
It's
good
really
seltzer.
good.
It's a
The
really-
you guys
grapefruit
want
one is
really
really
good
good.
seltzer that's not White Claw.
Do we
Drink
still have
Press.
some of that?
we still.
Hey, you guys want either a booch or press?
I'll
Yes,
have a boot.
I'll have a booch. Yeah.
All right.
If you can have the last press if you want.
Yeah.
It's a pomegranate.
But the hard kombucha that we're drinking is June Shine.
Oh, that's a good one too.
Pretty good.
It's pretty good.
Yeah. That's what this. So that's what this one is.
Yeah.
I'm having the mango daydream, and Josh is having the grapefruit technique or something.
Grapefruit splash.
Oh, very good.
All good
Grapefruit
drinks
splash.
would recommend. Good stuff. What's not good?
Yeah.
Was the shit that we all had afterward. I don't know
Yeah.
if you guys had the same experience.
I'm not too sure why that would have happened.
I don't know if it's a pizza, if it's a sauce, if it's a combination of something.
Yeah,
I don't know
I
what the
don't
hell
know.
happened.
Because it's almost like a garlic bread kind
Yeah.
of thing for the crust, which
Yeah.
I would like. That's really good.
That's
Like,
yeah,
really
it's
good.
good.
Yeah.
It makes the crust enjoyable. You know what I mean? So, yeah, it was a good time. We also
Would
played.
you do it again? Was it worth it?
Yeah, I've had that
Fantastic.
place like 3 times.
I guess we're on the same page.
Yeah, I would totally have that again. It was really good. I
hope
really
wouldn't
wish they gave
shit
like.
that bad though.
Sorry,
I hope I won't shit that bad.
we
though.
just have to build up a tolerance.
Yeah, we just have to keep shitting, keep eating, and eventually we'll stop shitting.
shit.
Yeah,
No, we're not eating shit.
we're not. But
Well, in my case, you'll be drinking my shit. I want to talk about the
What?
shit afterwards. So here's what happened, right?
what? Oh,
There was 2 sessions of
Our
shit after that.
specialty. potty
drinking
talk.
shit.
Yeah, potty
That's
talk.
how-
I'm bringing it back. You know what? I was
Yeah.
disappointed last time. after like the whole month of us not recording, I think I found acceptance. I think we're at a good place where shit talk is just a part of our regular routine, right?
Okay.
This happened at work, and I was working with my dad, and I was at this other person's studio apartment, fixing their AC. They went to work, thankfully, so they wasn't there when I fucking nuked their like when I did fucking when I fucking nuked their bathroom. Two things happened. First of all, I felt a disturbance in the force, and I told my dad that I had to fucking go must slide in the bathroom, and I absolutely must slid in there.
Is that actually what you told him? That you had to go mudslide in the bathroom, or you just had to go take a shit?
Yeah, I was like, something's not right. I'm gonna fucking go wreck that place. So I went in there.
Did you say that in Chinese?
Yeah.
Can you give us a direct translation?
No.
Please.
No.
Well, we have to prove that you're authentic Chinese.
I don't think that would be necessary.
Okay, cool.
But the first time was a must slide shit, which is nothing new, right? It was all something that we experienced before. Now, what's special is that after that, I went out the bathroom, worked as usual for about 2 hours, felt another disturbance in the force, went in the bathroom, and this time I was like, oh, this feels a little different. So I looked down to observe as the shit leave my body, right?
What? Okay.
And it basically came out.
This is going to get really graphic. This
I
is
know.
really graphic.
Right.
Okay.
Hey, gross warning, by the way. If you don't want to hear this,
If you're eating, skip however
skip
many
eating.
Yeah, don't
eating.
fucking eat.
Don't fucking eat for the rest of the episode.
If you're eating, stop.
Yeah, or stop.
If you're eating, skip insert time code here.
Insert time code.
I'm not going to. If you're eating, just stop listening. Come back to this later.
Skip like at least 30 seconds to a minute.
It's going to be more than that.
Okay,
What
2
came
minutes.
out? What came out was a picture perfect espresso shot.
Oh.
It
Oh,
went,
yeah, you put that in
it
chat.
went a straight stream down, like pretty universal speed, pretty universal stream, and it went
Universal
uniform.
I think that's what you're looking for.
Universal is not right. I've never had a universal shit before. Hopefully not.
I mean, technically our shit after the pizza was universal.
Oh,
Yeah, universal among his household. Yep.
It all happened
Universal
the
shit.
next day
Hey, you're making a new thing.
Okay, go ahead. I'm crashing really hard.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was really interesting that it came out as a perfect
yeah.
shot, like espresso shot. It was a quick start, quick stop. It was just
And how did that make you feel?
not particularly bad. I was looking at it. I was almost impressed, I guess.
I thought that was a cat.
But yeah, it was a good time.
I will say
Okay.
I also had one of those shits. I was really close to like taking off my clothes at work. It was pretty bad. Like it was like the first hour in at work. I was like, I gotta go, guys. I'll be back.
Damn,
Fair
dude.
enough. Okay, can I hard segue?
Yeah, hard segue.
I'm looking at some notes. I'm just trying to make sure that I get like some of the ones that I want to. I want to start. So we live together, right? We do a lot of things together.
Yes, we said that before.
Yeah, best friends, do a lot of shit together. We game together. I was thinking about this the other day, where recently we were playing like a Minecraft server and stuff. What I was thinking of doing, or like trying to do, is like trying to find a comforting game to play together. You know,
Yeah, okay, I thought of one. Terraria.
Terraria. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
cool.
I think you'll like that since it's a very grinding game, and that seemed like to be your aspect that you enjoyed in the Minecraft server.
Yeah, I think I liked. Yeah, I did like I like having an objective, and then like being able to complete that, and then having something else to do. kind of thing.
I think you will like Terraria because of that.
Yeah.
Especially like with the class system, so then you know what to work for. There's always like a lot of things to do in
Okay.
Terraria.
Yeah, I've never played Terraria. Also, just like a side note, like we do plan. I don't know if we even want to mention this. You can cut this.
So we're gonna do Let's Plays eventually.
Yeah, I was gonna
I
say
don't think
that.
that we should cut that. I think that's fine.
Well, I don't know if that wants to be like a surprise thing, or if we
Nah.
want to like record a couple of things first before we even do that. Because who knows, we might not even like doing it, you know, or it might not work, you know.
I can curate a list of games that we could play.
Sex
But
with Hitler.
what? Sex with Hitler?
Yeah, there's a Steam game that's called Sex with Hitler.
Yeah, I think I've
There's
seen that
3
one
of
too.
them.
Yeah.
There's 1, 2, and then like a 3D version.
God damn it.
Dude, that game's a fucking spicy meatball. Like that.
Spicy
That
meatball.
motherfucker. That there's some shit that happened
There's
in
one
there.
that's called Orc Massage.
I'm a fucking
yeah.
idiot.
Yeah.
Why? Did you just spill? What did you do? Are you feeling
You put
this?
things inside your can even though you have
It's in
alcohol
there?
still in there.
Yeah.
I was like, I saw you do that. I was like, damn, he finished his can that fast.
That's literally what I thought too. I was like, damn, he's already
Yeah.
finished. Look, you could still drink out of it and nothing's going to come out.
Yeah,
Try it.
it's gonna taste a little fruity.
Anything different?
Good seltzer. Not more shame.
Not more shame. What?
Man, we have fucking crashed.
Oh yeah, definitely. We imploded like
We-
the Titan. 2 hours. Hey, 2 hours in.
God damn it.
Bro,
I know it's been more
If
than
you-
2 hours, but still,
if
Yeah.
you count the missing episode and the period of time that you
it's
took
been
talking
like
to your
4
stepmom,
hours.
it's probably been 5.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
Like, we've
yeah.
been
Actually,
here.
we started at 4. It's
Yeah.
like 6.
It's 10 right now.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's
Yeah.
like 6 hours. Now.
Oh, they're saying
We've
it's like
been
6
here
hours.
almost for a full work shift, my guys.
100%.
Can we
So-
kill it?
Can I just talk about the other note? that I
Yeah,
had?
please do.
So my other note was frozen paintballs, right?
Yeah, what's up?
So
with
we
that?
had like a moment where we think that someone tried to break into the house. I'm under the impression that it might be it might have been someone trying to get in and it was just a locked window and they couldn't do it, right? So
dumbasses about it.
so I was thinking, right, and then afterwards we were like, oh, maybe we should get a gun. And I was like, well, I mean, like, you know, then we have a gun and then we would have to like make sure that we get trained in it. We all like have like the gun safety and all this stuff. And I was like, what's an alternative that would still hurt the dude, right? But then we can like defend ourselves with, right? I was like, a paintball gun hurts. That fucking sucks to get hit with.
Frozen paintballs is your idea?
Well, so I was thinking just regular paintballs, but I was
But you
like, what?
freeze them.
But if I miss, right, then there's gonna be paint all over the fucking walls, and we have to clean that, right? But then I was like, whoa, what if I freeze them, and then it hurts even more, and then also like, you know, we don't
That's
have to
what
clean as
BB
much.
gun is.
No, but like the paintballs hurt more. Have you ever gotten shot by a BB gun and a paintball gun?
Yeah.
Like the difference?
Yeah.
Paintball is
I guess
way,
so. I guess,
way
yeah,
worse.
It does leave it larger. Well, the paintballs are usually larger.
Yeah, paintball is way bigger, especially frozen paintballs. You're essentially like shooting a large BB at a dude. You know what I mean?
Okay, yeah. I
So
see that.
you know, I think that would be a good self-defense home weapon. Might be illegal, maybe, I don't know. I know it's illegal at like, you know, paintball
Oh yeah,
arenas or
at the
whatever.
place, yeah.
Oh yeah, but I think it would be a pretty good home defense
It's a
weapon.
Second Amendment right.
It's a Second Amendment right to shoot some dudes with frozen paintballs. I think
I
the
mean,
Chinese one checked out.
It's almost the same price as an actual paintball or as an actual gun for the most part.
It might be. I don't know.
It depends for the most part, though.
I mean, I think it depends on like the caliber of like
Putting
gun that we
frozen
get.
paintball in their paintball marker puts them at a disadvantage. Accuracy decrease, paintball become dimpled and mishappen.
But it's
And
illegal.
above all, they become more brittle. This can lead to a number of problems for the aggressor and can be a saving grace for the intended victim. Frozen paintball hurts worse than regular one, or frozen paintballs are dangerous. Frankly, the only danger with frozen paintball is that what they will do to your paintball gun. Don't believe the hype; it's a myth.
So then they wouldn't do what they
So
want.
damage the gun instead of.
What I'm guessing is that
Us.
because paintball are like effectively super round things that get shoot out with air pressure, if they're frozen, they probably won't be super round anymore. Either won't fit in the tube because they would expand
fair.
with ice, or they would break and then it wouldn't fire because the air would just escape around it.
Yeah, that's fair.
Probably not the best idea. What we could do is that we can just get
Metal balls.
metal balls that are the size of the paintball perfectly.
Yeah.
And then we'll be basically shooting giant BBs at people.
Upgrades, people.
Upgrades, motherfucker.
No, that's also less steps if you think about it, because we would have to like get the gun, then run to the freezer to like grab the frozen paintballs.
That is true. I like
You have a gun in the freezer.
Nice refreshing grip.
Ooh, frosty.
Ooh.
Plus 10 frozen damage.
You're like, ooh, nice and cold. Da, 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 da. Ah! Oh man.
That's hilarious.
It's our God-given right to put
It's
our
our
guns in the
God-given
freezer.
right to defend our home.
To not have a nice, cold gun.
A nice cold gun I'm gonna shoot you with.
You thought I was going to say beer? I'm not an alcoholic.
No. I'm a holy, godly man. I don't drink.
I believe in guns.
I'm gonna harm all these criminals. I'm not gonna harm my own body. My body is a temple.
Speaking of guns, remember when that night when we were just like watching shorts with Bert, and then we saw that chick that was like shooting a Mac 10, and then
Oh,
she like
yeah.
shook her legs. I got more of that for some reason.
The same girl?
Yeah, it's like her and her boyfriend. The
Okay.
guy looks like a black nerd, but he has grills on.
Hey, when I was getting ice cream for us, the nerdiest motherfucker came up to me and asked me where I got the lactate ice cream. He came up to me and he had an overbite. He was wearing glasses. And
Yeah.
then he was like,
Yeah,
hey,
suspenders
where
on.
did you get that lactate ice cream? Like, that's literally how he spoke. And I was like, what the fucking... And you know what's
Yeah.
the thing? I was about 5 feet away from where I got the lactate ice cream.
Yeah.
So I was like,
Right there.
right there. And he was like, oh, okay, thank you. And I was like, Jesus Christ. And I left.
Yeah.
Every guy, is it only me? Like at public spaces, I get like approached by these guys that want to like invite me into like their Christian group, like their
I'm
Bible
going to
studies.
stop you right there. We can continue this conversation after we have killed this recording. Nothing wrong with the conversation. I just need to end because we're officially 1:30.
Oh yeah, sure.
Do you want to like start recording again just to like throw this somewhere?
I mean,
Just
if
for
you
the sake of
guys want,
conversation?
I could just end it and I can cut here and whatever the fuck happened after that, we can keep rolling.
That's
Yeah, I want
fine.
to do that?
Yeah.
All right.
We can
Thank
use
you all
this-
for
yeah.
listening. This is the end of episode 6. Follow us on Twitter, Instagram, Patreon, YouTube, Spotify,
Spotify.
OnlyFans,
Careful of the
Pornhub,
ball there. You almost dropped that.
TikTok. That's it, right? I'm a little buzzed right now because I haven't eaten anything. Since
Yeah,
like-
I'm also the same. I'm like mostly liquid and hot Cheetos.
yeah.
Mostly liquid and hot Cheeto. Hey, listen, if you don't want to get shot with giant metal BBs, right, give us a like, give us a rating, like, say
Is
good
that
things about
is
us.
that the episode name? Giant Metal BB.
Giant metal.
Giant metal balls.
I don't know why I just thought
Big
of
ball.
I thought of like the black baby Yoda. It's like giant metal
I'm killing
babies.
it. I'm
All
cutting
right.
the episode right
Thank
here.
y'all.
I'm cutting this.
See you later.
I'm like